Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Shakey Gaming. Hope everybody's doing well this afternoon. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. If you're stuck in work, sorry, my condolences. This afternoon, guys, we're sticking with the warm themes before changing it up a bit and heading to somewhere nice and snowy for Christmas tomorrow evening, hopefully. We are flying today from Mallorca, Lima Echo Papa Alpha, to Lima Echo Mike Golf, Malaga, one of my favourite destinations, holiday destinations, on the Costa del Sol. Nice little, roughly 1 hour flight today, just over 1 hour today for this afternoon's flight. So not too long, guys. And we are with Vueling.com, Vueling Airlines, flight 3149, which is actually a real world flight, but they'll be departing later today. I think it's going to be departing around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we're a little ahead of time. So we should definitely beat them to Malaga. I have got the Malaga Airport freeware scenery, the one from flightsim.to. Kieran, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard. We are flying on Vatsim again, guys. At the moment we haven't got any ATC online, but yes, if we do get any, we'll be using Vatsim. But yes, I have got the flightsim.to Malaga Airport scenery, and I don't believe they've got the ILS for the second runway that's missing in the flight sim. So that is the runway that we have on our flight plan, runway 31. So we'll see what happens when we get down that way. We might be landing manually. Chances are we probably will be flying manual on our approach. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in the cockpit then and get ourselves ready to go. So, get our flight plan on, and get all the bells and whistles sorted out. Link them at do. There we are. Let's get some ground power. Got ground vehicles? I don't think we've got any vehicles outside. Ah, we have. Pretty much where we were yesterday on our arrival, guys. If you watched the stream last night, we arrived on an EasyJet flight that's obviously departed since, so we're pretty much in the same parking space. So, we have got ground vehicles, that's good. So we'll go to the overhead. Our ground power connected. Batteries. Crew supply. Ground control. Edgar, thank you for the like. Sorry, the follow even. Thank you so much. Scan. 8 days aligned. Good stuff. So while that's doing, we want to get our fuel on board. Elton, thank you for the like. Fuel today, guys. Let's have a look. Trip time 1 hour 7 minutes. We've got enough fuel for 2 hours 17, and we are taking 5.1 tons of fuel. So we'll just get that loaded. 5101. Get that loaded, and while that's doing, we'll come to the McDo, and we'll get our flight plan started. I'm going to try and put it manually today, guys. While we had issues yesterday with the flight plan not lining up correctly, and we're getting loads of different extra routes being put in for some reason. So we're gonna put it in manually. So it's Lima Echo Papa Alpha to Lima Echo Mike Golf. Done. Our alternate today is going to be Granada, Lima Echo Golf Romeo. Lima Echo Golf Romeo. Now we'll put that into our alternate if it allows us. Good stuff. Flight number is Victor Yankee 3149. cost index of 8. I'm not sure what the cost index for fueling is, but they are a low-cost carrier in Spain, so I'm assuming they're going to be similar to EasyJet's cost index. Our flight level today is 370. Put that in. Stuff. We'll come back to that when we load weights, etc. In fact, we can do that now, load our weights. It's, we do ATSU. Yeah, thank you for the like. AOC. Weight and balance. West. And we'll start loading the aircraft. While that's doing that, we'll 138 passengers today. We'll come to our flight plan. So, Lepa. Our departure. So everyone, Soshi, thank you for the like. So runway 24 right on a Bevra 3 Alpha, the top one. And we'll go ahead and insert that. Bevra. From Bevra, we are going to an airway. It's uniform mic 603. I don't mind inputting the flight plans in when manually when they're not too long. This gets a bit long-winded when they're the extra long flight plans. So uniform mic 603 to Alpha Lima Tango. From Alpha Lima Tango, it is uniform November 851. Pop that in. And then from uniform November 851 to Rolus. We'll insert that. And then our our star I should say, is Rolus 1 Zulu. Dougie! Hello sir, welcome aboard. Rolus 1 Zulu for our arrival. Well, that's interesting. There's no, we haven't got any. We've got no approaches for the runway that we're going to be flying in on. Interesting. Rolus, Lemg, arrival. Yeah, they've only got the ILS frequencies for runway 12. The only runway that's on the sim. Okay then guys, looks like we are going to be doing a manual approach. So, from Rolus, we're going to be doing it manually. Everything manually. I'm going to be taking over. So we'll need the approach chart up for our arrival into Malaga for runway 31, because we're going to be doing it all by hand, guys. So it should be an interesting flight today. No ILS, not even a localizer. We're going to be running track heading and we're just going to eyeball it. Hopefully the weather's nice. If not, we're going to have to use our alternate airport for Granada. Just hoping my charts work. So I'll just find the Rolus waypoint, which is miles away from Malaga. What we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to put the waypoints in manually, if it'll allow me. Rolus. Let's have a look. SLP is the next one. Waypoint. Sierra, Lima, Papa. It's none of them. It's absolutely none of them. Oh, sorry, that's I read it wrong. It's it says underneath it Mossos, Mike Oscar Sierra UK. Okay, so we'll put that in. Mike Oscar Sierra. My mind's gone blank. Where's K? There it is. Insert. Desal Mosque. And then we're going to do airways. Bosusk. Nesta. This is interesting. Keying in a star manually. That's a first. Never done that before. Rollers, Musk, Nesta. After Nesta, where do we go? So many waypoints there. I'm gonna have to zoom in to have a look. Nesta. South, I think it is. Papa Indigo Sierra Alpha Victor. Papa Indigo Sierra Alpha Victor. Graham, welcome aboard. Thank you for the like. I mean, so far the distance is looking about right. It's not gone crazy by putting these waypoints in. So Pisav. And then from there, it looks like I should have a visual at that point, because if I go on to my arrival charts, Pisav, you do by that point, I'm going to be doing 3,000 feet at that point, so by then I should be able to see where I'm going. And we'll be at about 20 miles away from the airport. So you do a left turn, show me what degrees that left turn is at. Not, that's very helpful. But the track heading for the runway is 312 degrees. We should be at 2,000 feet if we start our descent. I have got the localizer, so it should pick up the localizer, hope with any luck. But judging by this, it doesn't look like it's keyed in, so we will be having to do a manual descent into the Malaga. But by P-South we should be okay. Flight plan discontinuity there. I'm clear that and the plan, flight plan. Let's see what that looks like now. Get all our lights on and stuff, and we'll see what the plan looks like after we've keyed that all in. There'll be no constraints. I've literally put the waypoints in, so I'm going to be following the flight plan as much as I can. Well, following the charts as much as I can, should I say. We'll turn that screen off to save on frame rates. Get these screens turned up. Okay, wait. Fueling is complete, so we'll get the APU running. Get some passengers on board. So, first leader is idle, spoilers retracted, flaps at 0, engine mode normal and engine switch is off, landing gear down, good stuff. Set the flight plan then. So, plan 20. See what this looks like. It's the Pisav and directly in by the looks of it. That's not too bad, because by Pisav we can fly manual from there. We're able to get a good approach route into Malaga. What we will do is put mic on. Do you want to put fix information in? So Lemg, or is it from the VOR? Aeroporto Malaga MLG. So we'll do that. MLG. Malaga's VOR. And that one looks about right, 383 miles. We want a radius of 10 miles. And that VOR, and that'll give us when we need to start descending on our final descent. And 312 degrees is the track heading. So we'll just look at that, what that looks like. Wrong one. The 312, we know we need to be running that track. And what I'll do is I'll do the opposite end as well. Which would be 120, is that correct? We also have a 10 mile, yeah, 10 mile ring, there we go. I've got 10 mile ring. And I want the line to come out the other way as well, so I know where to intersect and turn onto the final approach. Since I'm doing it by hand. Will it be 120, I think? Just check. LG. Well, I'll probably got it wrong, but we'll see. Oh no, there we go. More or less. So we can continue on the piss-off heading until we hit this line, and then we'll turn into the runway, more or less. It's almost straight. 122. How about that? 122. That'll probably be a bit straighter. Yeah, a bit better. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll continue on the piss out, 3,000 feet. Turn to intercept, but hopefully we have a localizer there. I'm not entirely sure we're going to have a localizer there, but we shall see. Right now page, what localizer? 109.9. It has got that the frequency in, the correct frequency of the localizer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. And also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat.
Headwind to 4.
If you do not wish to perform the functions described in the event of an emergency, please ask a flight attendant to reseat you. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants. Thank you.
And for our engine out, allow me to do it. Oh. Martin, MAR. Put that in as well. MAR. So 9.9. Got that in. Flight plan. Okay. Yeah, last time I went to Malaga, I did have to fly it manually, but I've got the updated scenery, so we'll see what happens. 396 miles, and my flight plan says 407. So close enough. I'm happy with that. I've obviously took little shortcuts because of the putting the waypoints in manually, but we'll see what happens. Love delivery you're using. Cheers, Kieran. Good evening, Harry, and happy 104th Independence Day in Finland. I did not know that. Congratulations. Hope you're having a good day, sir. Enjoying the day off outside the jacuzzi. Minus 15. Wow, that is cold. That is cold. And I moan when it's about minus 4, so I've got nothing to complain about, really, have I? But the water's plus 39. That balance. This life's about balance, isn't it? Right. We are ready to go, I believe. So we'll go on to our performance page. We're doing flaps 1 takeoff because we have plenty of room on the runway. VR speeds 135, 131, and 130. Transition altitude. If these charts would load, they never seem to be loading. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet here in Mallorca. We're ready to go. So. Turn that back to arc 20. So we're taxiing to runway 24 via Foxtrot Echo November 1 holding point. Boarding is complete, so we'll get rid of ground power now. We're running on get a few booms on. Doors.
Cabin crew, please close doors. Thank you.
Beacon on, and we'll request pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
La seguridad es muy importante para todos los que viajamos a bordo de este avión. Por esto les pedimos que incluso si es un viajero frecuente, no utilice auriculares y preste atención por unos minutos durante la demostración de seguridad.
Safety is of the utmost importance to us, so even if you're a frequent flyer, we ask you to remove your headphones and to pay close attention for a few minutes as we take you through the safety instructions for this aircraft.
Este Airbus A32NX dispone de 8 salidas de emergencia, 2 puertas en la parte delantera del avión, 4 salidas de emergencia sobre las alas y 2 puertas en la parte trasera del avión. Cada salida está claramente señalizada y se localiza fácilmente siguiendo el camino de luces del pasillo.
Cockpit to ground.
Our Airbus A3220 has 8 emergency exits, 2 doors at the front of the plane, 4 emergency exits over the wings, and 2 doors at the rear of the plane. Each exit is clearly identified and can be found by following the exit route lights along the aisle.
Así es como se abrocha y desabrocha el cinturón de seguridad.
This is how to fasten and unfasten your seatbelt.
El chaleco salvavidas se encuentra debajo del asiento y únicamente puede utilizarse si lo indica la tripulación.
The life jacket is under your seat and must only be used if instructed to do so by the cabin crew.
Muchas gracias por su atención y disfrute del vuelo.
Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight today with Willing.
2, stable. Endurance select to normal. That'll do.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Hey, good stuff. Feet to start climb. Be overflying Ibiza, Alicante, Murcia, on our way over to Malaga. Get rid of our pushback helping out. So taxi lights on, off. Strobed auto, beacon lights on, taxi light on. Flaps to 1. Spoilers armed and 3 brakes max. Estimator 135, Agenda 130 blue. Climb armed, nav armed, stop climb 10,000 feet, QNH1018. Ground spoilers armed, seatbelts, sights are on. Auto brake max and flaps position 1. Okie dokie. And taxi to the runway. New York traffic fueling 3149. Taxiing to runway 24 right via Foxtrot Echo November 1 for a Beva 3 Alpha departure. So, before we do that, we'll do our checks. So, full left, right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. Good stuff. Okay, parking brakes released, and we'll taxi to runway. Should be Foxtrot. I remember correctly. On to Echo. Right turn here.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Good stuff. Look at this nice sunny weather in York today. It's 14 degrees. It's still warmer than it is here in the UK. And I believe it's 17 degrees in Malaga, so we're getting warmer even more. I believe this is November 1. No, it's not. It's the next one. That is Link. The next one is November 1. Didn't need to apply the brakes as hard as I did there. Why are we not moving? There we go. The next one, that's the fast slipway there. It's the next one, that's the November one. Full token takeoff, so we should have no issue at November 1. Haven't got a performance calculator, so I can't work out my flex temp, unfortunately. But yeah, I've took extra fuel though, so we should have no problem using Toga. Still getting used to my rudder pedals. Here's November 1. My rudder pedals were not working then. Okay, that's really weird. My rudder pedals didn't work then. We'll have to take the next one then. Strange, when I use my mouse, it doesn't want to use my rudder pedals. So we'll keep our view on this one. Take Hotel 2 then. So, pack 2 off. Everything's on. We'll set that to TARA. It's on above at the moment. That's fine. Okay. Mallorca traffic, fueling 3149, lining up runway 24 right for a Beva 3 Alpha departure. Not heard anyone else. I don't believe there's anyone else currently flying in this area. Load a line, no blue, good to go, packs are off, start the chrono, 50% N1. Stabilize, and set Toga. Mallorca traffic fueling 3149, rolling runway 24 right. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Oh, pilot engaged. And leave a climb. Which I think it isn't leave a climb, I believe. It is. Climb nav. Alt. Speed. Lap 0, spoilers disarmed. Max 1 can come on. And packs 2. cabin crew now. And we're climbing to 10,000 so we can go to standard. Choppy ocean out there today. Off we go. Nice sunny Mallorca. Emon, thank you for the like. Off now. Continue our climb. .370 blue. And our landing lights and seatbelt signs can come off.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. We recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. When the seatbelt sign is switched off, you may use larger electronic devices. Please be careful when opening the overhead lockers.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado hasta que la señal de cinturones se apague. Le recomendamos mantener el cinturón de seguridad abrochado mientras estén sentados.
And our arrival should be just after 4 o'clock.
Cuando la señal de cinturones se apague,
UK time.
los dispositivos de mayor
Nice short flight today, guys.
tener cuidado al abrir los compartimentos.
Just over an hour. So we're climbing up to our cruise altitude today of 370. Once we get up there, we'll start doing our calculations for our arrival. Point, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard. I'm just leaving Mallorca behind. It's very choppy sea down there today. But clear skies, perfect weather for flying. If not a little windy. Did a little flight from Manchester to Dusseldorf. Ah, I don't think I've flown to Dusseldorf before. They have a lot of freight go through Dusseldorf, don't they? Nice fluffy clouds. I just wanted to try a new livery. Your Lufthansa one. Yeah, finally they've got some A320 liveries to use in the Xbox version of the simulator, which is great. Still no A32NX, and unfortunately Fly-by-Wire have announced that they're not going to support the 32NX on the Xbox, unfortunately. So it won't be coming to Xbox. And if you just joined us, welcome aboard. Fueling flight 3149 to Malaga. One hour and 10 minutes, approximately. Nice, nice comfortable flight this afternoon. Ah, you use British Airways, I see, okay. I know. Did British Airways do a flight from Manchester to Dusseldorf? Congrats, thank you for the like, I hope I said that correctly. Welcome aboard. I try and do real flights if I can. This is based off a real flight. It was due to depart 10 minutes from now, so we're not too. We're a little ahead. We're not too far off the real world flight. But unlike the real world, I won't have the correct approach nor ILS available to me. So this is going to be a tricky approach, guys. So if I do go quiet, I do apologise when we get to the other end. I've got the track heading available. I've got the final approach waypoint. I've had to key it all in manually. As if you've been watching from the start, you'll see me have to key in the star pretty much by hand, which is a little annoying. Those winds are pretty. 194 knot headwind. I don't think the winds are right at all, guys. I don't think it should be that strong. What flight level are we at? We're at 260. It's saying that there should be a 98 knot winds actually, so it's not. There's 100 knots more than there should be. Which makes. I am using Rex Weather Force because once you get past flight level 230 at the moment in the simulator, you fall out of the sky. So yeah, not the best for the Sobo at the moment with the live weather. So I'm using Rex Weather Force. So the thrust lever, if you're referring to the one in the sim or you're referring to the one you've purchased, Kieran, because Kieran's got the same thrust lever as I have. He's got the Thrustmaster T-Flight. Basically, it hasn't got a reverse axis on the throttle. You have to use, if I show you on, when you set it up in the A320, if you go down to settings, aircraft configuration, where are we? There we are, calibrate. Make sure your reverse on axis is switched off, and then you'll have to map a reverse button to turn on your reverse thrust. Map that to a button to activate it onto your throttle quadrant, and then when you press the button it'll turn the thrust you've got into reverse thrust instead. But if you have that reverse on axis, it'll just go straight into reverse thrust when you have the thrust lever in idle, and you don't necessarily want that when you're in flight, just in case. Also, don't use independent axis because you've only got one throttle. Obviously, if you had two throttles, you'd be able to use independent axis. If you have the throttle quadrant from Thrustmaster for the Airbus, you'd be able to use both of those, but fortunately I've got them turned off at the moment. Yeah, but the way I do it is I map a button on my throttle to control the reverse thrust, so I can toggle it on and off. Have yours is the same, Kieran. I use the number 8 button on the throttle quadrant, on the throttle side. I use that as a reverse thrust button, and I just press when I come into land. When you retard the thrust to idle, once you reach touchdown, I then press that button, and then when you bring the thrust forward again, it's in reverse thrust. Just make sure that when you put the thrust back to idle again, you just press that button so that it deactivates your reverse thrust. So flight level 30, climbing up to our cruising altitude of 370. We're just going up on a beefer now. And we might get a good view of the airport actually as we fly over a beefer.
Remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. We recommend you keep your
I don't know why that's playing. Very random. Nice fluffy clouds. I do like the clouds since the update, update 7. They seem to have gone back to what they were like before Sim Update 5 and before all the mess and the problems I started having with the simulator. I've got a somewhat, touch wood, stable sim now. We do know, as obviously the past has seen, that it's not the best. I've not had the best reliability. But, and I've had a lot of issues. If you've been following me along, I've had a lot of problems. But we're back in the sky now. There's a beefer airport down there, just on the right of the screen. Bit of turbulence. Afternoon, Josh. Thanks for the like. Today we're flying a short flight from Mallorca along the coast of Spain to Malaga, and we're trying a tricky approach in because I've got the free scenery from flightsim.to that puts the extra runway in that we were missing on the simulator. It has no ILS, and I'm relying on the localizer for the other runway to guide me in for approach, so it's going to be pretty busy when we get in to land because it's all going to be done manually pretty much. I'm going to have to watch my instruments and make sure that it descends correctly. If you watched me yesterday as we flew to Mallorca, I did have issues for with the aircraft descending. It wouldn't descend for the life of me. I have no idea why it was not going down when I wanted it to. Hopefully we don't get that issue today because that'll just be an added problem on an already busy arrival. We got a better look at the airport there down below as we fly over Ibiza. Oh, we're going to Ibiza. Or Ibiza, depending on how you want to say it. Oh, back to the island. I've been twice, both when I was young. I've never experienced the party experience at Ibiza. I get into that age now where I look at a glass of wine that I bought in the pub and go, Christ, £5. I could buy a bottle for that. Almost have a heart attack when I see the price of a pint. Go, wow! I could buy a crate for that. Oh, that means a lot, Josh. Thank you so much. I wish. I very much wish so. But it's far too expensive. I know you can get sponsorships from Ryanair and EasyJet and the like when they are doing them on the very rare occasions now. They are hiring again, but I'm an Airbus. I'd be Airbus through and through, so I couldn't work for Ryanair, unfortunately. I just don't like Boeing. I have this. Flying a Boeing aircraft is like, I don't know what it's like. It's just, it looks complicated, way more complicated than flying an Airbus. An Airbus is intuitive. You look at the overhead panel and everything seems to be where you'd expect it to be. In a Boeing, you're going, right, well, look at the left bit here. We'll flick that switch. Then I'm going over to the right here and above to flick that switch. Then I'm looking behind 3 times. I'm spinning around 3 times and flicking the switch on the door for some reason because I need to do that. Yeah, I don't like Boeing aircraft. They're very old-fashioned. Other than the flight displays, you've seen like the 737 Max that's come out of the Max 8. So got updated primary flight displays and ECAM screens. I don't even know what I don't even think they call them ECAM in the Boeing. It's called something else. But yeah, I do much prefer my Airbus aircraft. And it is my dream. That is a dream to become a pilot. But yeah, far too expensive. I have the option. You have the option of getting a house or being a pilot. You need at least £100,000. Oh, the A350. What variant was it? Was it one of the new ones? Uh-oh. The Sims froze. I got a timeout issue on my graphics card again, which is a little worrying. That's why we got that little pause there, so I apologise for that. You had a little black screen then, I do apologise. It was one actually, the new one. I like the A330 as well. The A330 is a beautiful aircraft. Let's say goodbye to a reefer. I had a successful stream yesterday, so I don't know why I got a timeout issue then. Jamal, thank you for the like. Okay, we're at flight level 370, we reached our altitude now, so we'll jump back in the cockpit and we'll work out our final approach information, our fix and stuff, just so I know when I need to start descending. So fix information, we want that one, we also want that's 1, 2, our radius there, we need to work that out, so use a nifty, oop, not that one. Calculator on here, performance, we are at 370, we need to be at 3,000 feet, sorry, 4,000 feet by PSAV. Papa Indigo Sierra Alpha Victor. Garfield, thank you for the like, welcome aboard. PISAV. Staff, right, yep. No reference fix. We want to add 20 miles to wherever this needs to be at 4,000 feet, sorry, by myself. So we need 104 miles. We've got a headwind, so we'll make that 120 just to be on the safe side. 120 miles. Go back on our flight plan and we'll have a look. Fami, hello! Malaysia, wow! Is that a late night for you or an early morning? How far ahead are you over there? It'll be morning, won't it? Right, so we'll go to our plan. And 40 miles, PT, 160. So just before Togsa is where we're going to start descending. Got a nice little ring round Malaga. We've got the 10-mile ring round the airport that is going to be used in case I need to do my approach and go around and to start my final descent. But I'm going to have to use track FDA there, 3-degree glide slope, because we haven't got an ILS. We have got a localizer, so we should be able to line up with the localizer, that's no problem. We're just going to have to control our descent, and for that we need to not select landing system, I believe. 2304. In the evening, okay. Well, not too long. ETA's 3:53 Zulu. So just under an hour from now, we should be coming into Malaga. Going over the mainland now. Going up on Alicante. Maybe on that one. We get a bit of the land as we fly over. PM. Late night view. It's just gone past 6 minutes past 3 in the afternoon here in the UK, and we'll be landing just before 4 o'clock if all goes well. Zulu time. Coming up to the Spanish mainland now. I do apologise if the stream pauses briefly for any reason. I did have to file an error report for my driver then, so I don't know why that's the issue, because I am using my my CPU to encode the stream, not my GPU. That's solely working on the flight sim, so it's obviously having issues. You just joined us, we're off to Malaga. We're flying Vueling flight 3149 with service from Mallorca to Malaga. Got Benidorm down there somewhere. And then we got a big increase in wind again. So Rex injects that weather into the sim. Alicante below us. Okay, all's good. Just checking my charts for our arrival. Hopefully we don't get any hiccups. Just checking the chart. So we do need to be at 14,000, no lower than 14,000 by rollers. So that'll be our initial descent altitude. Once we get to 14,000 feet, we'll assess whereabouts we are on our descent, and then we'll further descend down to flight level 4,000, and then down to 3,000, and then 2,000 for our final approach. Sorry, 3,000. Sorry, should be our final approach. Danuta Greeno, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard, sir. As we leave Alicante behind us and start a flight over Murcia towards Malaga, and another 80 miles or so, we'll be starting our descent down to flight level 140 on our way in to Malaga. Nice little 1 hour, well, just over 1 hour flight today in Spain. Sean, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard, sir. We're almost halfway through our stream this afternoon. A nice short flight from Mallorca to Malaga in Spain. But now we're at cruise, guys. Before we start our descent, now's the time. If you want to ask any questions about the flight simulator, I'll try and do my best to answer them if I know them. And of course, if you are liking the stream today or of what you've seen so far, please do me a massive favour and punch that like button. Follow along if you haven't already. That'll be a massive, do me a massive favour for myself, that, and hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen so far today. And the beautiful views that Microsoft Flight Simulator provides. Thank you for the love, Sean. Thank you for the love. Check if there's any controls online, but doesn't believe there are any, so we're still staying on Unicom. Hopefully when we get to our descent, top of descent, we don't have any issues descending, because we did have that problem yesterday. The aircraft did not want to go down for some reason, just didn't want to descend. So we'll see what happens. As well as that, we've got the added difficulty of using a runway that hasn't got ILS. Okay, progress isn't too bad. We have a terrible headwind. 161 knot headwind. What is Rex telling me the weather should be like at this altitude? We're at 370. Should have 89 knot winds, minus 59. From 324 degrees, 89 knots. Well, that says 294 degrees, 163 knots. Minus, well, that's right. At least 43 minutes in. Should have 2,200, 2.2 tons, and we have 2.8. Good stuff. Lovely Spanish coastline. Konstantinos Papadopoulos. Wow, I can't believe I said that right. Welcome aboard. Is it Greek? I'm going for Greek. Whoa! Okay, I think they just injected some weather into the simulator and then the aircraft just went berserk. That's the only issue I've seen with using Rex Weather Force, is that it doesn't continuously inject the weather, even if you have it on like the quickest refresh rates. So when it injects it, your aircraft sort of has to adjust. It has like a little adjustment period. I just heard the autopilot disconnect then. We've got the issue with the weather. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. We're just climbing here. I don't know why. Level off. Descend back down to 370. Let's get back on track. Wow. I don't know what happened then. Epifanio, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard, sir. So be sure to join the Shakey Gaming crew, the Shakey Crew. Share your flight sim experiences or any other games, screenshots, videos that you've played. very low max speed there. It's like green dot speed for some reason. Alt 3, enter destination data. Performance. And our weather. (1024), 18 degrees. And the wind 290 at 15 knots. Transition altitude for Malaga. 6,000 feet. And our barrel reference. $867. Start descent to 220 now. See if we go down. That'll be the question. And we are, which is good to see. Wasn't doing that yesterday. Buddy, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard. Now we started our descent, guys. Initial 210, and then we'll continue down to 14, and then 3,000. Bit bumpy. So rollers is coming up. Bit bumpy coming down. and no lower than 140, and no higher than 210. Say 18. Malaga traffic fueling 3149 descending from flight level 270 to 180 on the Roslav 1 Zulu approach, runway 314, Malaga fueling 3149. Mariner, hello sir. Yeah, we're trying a very tricky approach today if you just joined us. We're starting our descent into Malaga and we're using the freeware scenery from Flight Sim TO, and we're landing on the runway that has no ILS. We are just going to be using the localizer, and we're going to be using our track 3 degrees glide slope if it works. Never tried it before, so all new today. Anthony Agar, thank you for the like. Stephen Hellebone, thank you for the like. Welcome aboard, gentlemen. Not too bad, thanks, Mariner. I might not be saying that in a few minutes when we're coming into approach from Malaga, because it's all going to be flying by hand, so if I do go quiet at any point, I do apologise. There is no ILS on the freeware extra runway, so I'm going to be using the localizer of the other runway, and then sidestep for the one we're going to be landing on, if that works. If not, it's going to be done all by hand. And I've had to manually input my star, which is the first time I've had to do that, because the star isn't there on the sim. The star isn't available on simulator. Using the ILS Zulu runway 31 ILS, and then we're going to sidestep. So rollers, no lower than 14, targeting 18. No lower than 2-1 actually, so we'll just stop that descent. 2-1. Very bumpy.
Estamos pasando por una zona de turbulencias. El comandante ha encendido la señal de cinturones. Por favor, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado hasta que estas luces se hayan apagado. Apaguen y aseguren los dispositivos electrónicos más voluminosos. Los servicios permanecerán cerrados durante este espacio de tiempo. Muchas gracias.
passing through an area of turbulence. The captain has switched on the seatbelt sign. Please remain seated and keep your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned on. Please switch off and secure all larger electronic devices. The toilets are also out of use at this time. Thank you.
My man was hoping you were flying into the UK so I could come staff ground for you and your Vatsim. Ah, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know, dude. Passed me S1 a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I might be doing flights in the UK soon. I've got a flight for Rovaniemi? Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Lapland, that's the one. We're going to Lapland, and I'll be flying from the UK, but I think I'm going... Is it East Midlands, I think it is I'm flying from for that one. It's a UK virtual event on Vatsim, so that's tomorrow night, actually. Between 7 and 7:30 the departure time. That's what I've got planned for tomorrow evening, guys. A trip to Lapland from the UK. So we're switching out the sun for some snow. Yeah, as you can see on my the flight display here, I've had to put this SID in pretty much manually, and the line here for our vector, that's where we're going to be flying through Pissat and then turning into the runway for our final approach. Oh, that's appreciated, that mate, yeah, because I've had no ATC for this flight, so... But yeah, UK, if I'm ever flying in the UK, I'll give you a shout, mate. Continue our descent down to 14 now. Use a little bit of spoiler there, just to help. We have to Mossop coming up. Nestor is our next one, and then it's no lower than 4,000. So we'll just continue our approach down to 4 from here. 4, and then it's 3,000. We're going below the transition altitude, we'll change it to our QNH. One 024. A lovely view of the mountains coming into Malaga, the Andalusian mountain ranges. In front of us is Malaga somewhere, over there. Stay at 14 before the turn actually. And Malaga's over those mountain ranges. So once we swing out to sea, we'll start descending down. Abraham, thank you for the like. Then you have to get a higher rating to do Gatwick and Heathrow because it's that busy. Umar, thank you for the like. Anthony, thank you for the like. I don't pick up anything at the moment. Slow down now. Landing lights on.
Estamos llegando a nuestro destino. Por favor, comprueba que todos tus efectos personales están perfectamente asegurados en los compartimentos superiores o debajo del asiento. El respaldo de tu asiento en posición vertical, la mesita plegada y el cinturón de seguridad abrochado. Te recordamos que está estrictamente prohibido fumar, tanto cigarrillos tradicionales como electrónicos a bordo del avión. Y los dispositivos electrónicos podrán seguir utilizándose siempre y cuando estén en modo avión. Los dispositivos más grandes, como ordenadores, deberán estar apagados y asegurados. Muchas gracias.
We are arriving at our destination. Please ensure all your personal items are stowed either in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you. Your seat back is in the upright position, the tray table is stowed, and your seat belt is securely fastened. We remind you that it is strictly forbidden to smoke on board our aircraft, including in the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. Electronic cigarettes are also prohibited. We would like to remind you that in the event of evacuation, you must leave all hand luggage behind. Please take a look at the safety guide in the pocket of the seat in front of you. Portable electronic items may continue to be used as long as they are in airplane mode. Load your electronic devices must be switched off and slowly now. Thank you.
contacted. 118.450. Good afternoon, Malaga. Approach, fueling 3149, with you descending flight level 3,000 feet for Rosaf 1 Zulu approach, runway 31.
3149, good afternoon, approach, Squawks 4401, please.
4401 for fueling 3149. Uh, 4401. Very first I don't want it.
Identify expected ILS to approach runway 31. Proceed PISAF, Papa India, Sierra Alpha Victor. Descend for QNH 1024.
Direct to PISAF flight level 30 and QNH 1024 for fueling 3149.
We are on way 3149 and descend for 76, QNH 1024.
1024 for fueling 3149.
Current 78 Yankee, identify, continue, climb, flight level 150.
Climb level 150, current 78 Yankee.
Continue to descend down to 3,000 feet. I've got a localizer, which is good. We'll do track. Out over the sea now. I'm already at my Gatwick, so hopefully it won't be too long until I can get up there. Nice. Malaga's over there somewhere.
One 3149, 3 ILS to local runway 2.
Clear for ILS, runway 31, fueling 3149. I say it's ILS, it's not really ILS because it's just a localizer. We're using the runway 31 and it hasn't got ILS approach on the flight simulator. But the controller doesn't know that because he doesn't know what flight simulator I'm using, does he? Baron, you'd know that. Do you know what what simulation they're using when they come on to Vatsim? Or is it just the call sign at flight data? So we're going to continue on this track heading until we get flaps 1 out now. Just call sign an aircraft, yeah. So he won't know that I haven't got runway 31, so he's going to see a very odd approach here. Things could go wrong very quickly. We're going to continue until we see that blue line on the flight display. That's the heading for the runway, more or less. Yeah, I should probably have put that, to be honest, but didn't think to. Oh, there is an ILS coming up. Fantastic. So I can use that, and then I can sidestep. I think it's got the. Did have the right localizer data for this runway, so we'll see what happens.
LM78 Yankee, monitor Unicorn frequency 122 decimal 80, reflect.
122 decimal 8, LM78 Yankee, gracias.
Gotcha.
That's not right. What I should probably do is just request vectors to final, to be honest. Malika Tower, Julian 3149, requesting vectors to final.
3149, yeah, clear, before clear islet to approach runway 21.
Clear for ILS Julian 3149.
3149, you need a vector, I can you if you want.
A firm, yeah, request vectors. I'm on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've currently got ILS frequency for runway 31.
Yes, the frequency for ILS runway 31 is, yes, moment please.
I didn't get a word of that, did you?
109.9.
Bollocks! That is not what I wanted to see, guys. I do apologise. AMD software detected that a driver timeout error has occurred. So, again, I'm having issues. It's not liking my flight sim at the moment. PC keeps crashing. I'm not liking Radeon graphics cards. I've got to admit. This has happened 3 times now during flights, and it doesn't make the experience enjoyable, especially when you're having an hour or so flight. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to load it back up. We're going to do the landing again, but we're not going to do it on Vatsim. We're just going to come into land, because it's slightly annoying now. So we'll disclose what I don't need down now, and we'll try again. Because that was very, very annoying. Shouldn't be getting timeout errors like that. Really shouldn't. And this is the driver software that I've got installed. The driver that I've got for the graphics card is the one that Microsoft recommends as well. So there's not much I can do. Typical me, exactly, Kieran. I get all the way there and it crashes on me. Oh God. At least I know that where we're gonna set up. We're gonna set up at the PISAF Papa Indigo Sierra Alpha Victor waypoint. Or we'll just set up on a final approach into Malaga, because we're going to be turned into final shortly anyway. So that's what we'll do. We're going to load normal. And then we're coming to land. So almost a full flight there today, guys. You never know with me, you roll the dice. You roll the dice. Shouldn't take too long to load back up because I'm on an SSD, so it should be a little bit quicker than it usually is. But at least I know the root cause of my problems I'm having with Flight Simulator now is nothing to do with my add-ons and such. It's the bloody graphics driver that's causing the issue. And if I can't get that rectified, there isn't much I can do. I've used the current driver, that doesn't work. I've rolled back to the previous driver, that doesn't work. So I don't know what I'm meant to do. I've sent error reports off, so it's on AMD now to fix the problem. Hope you enjoyed what you did see, guys. I mean, that was quite a nice flight up until that point. Nice weather, nice flight. The aircraft was behaving right and did descend when I told it to, went unlike last night when it didn't. And we were on time for around a 4 o'clock landing as well, which is a shame. But we'll try again. We will land an aircraft today, guys. I'm not going to end it on the crash to desktop. I'd like to know if any of you have gone through the simulator and not had a single crash, because if you are one of those people, you are one of the very lucky few who've had no issues with the simulator. Oh, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. It's very, 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 very disappointing. Because I can not stream, and I'll have no issue. It'll go through a flight all the way, not a single problem. As soon as I start streaming, and even though I'm using my CPU to stream, so in code, the graphics card's like, nope, don't like it. Nope, don't like it. So I don't know what I'm meant to do. What am I meant to do? I'm assuming the encoder times 264, that's your CPU, isn't it? 264. That's your CPU. Because if that might be the problem, I'm not sure that I'm putting too much. Actually, it shouldn't be that, because I've got an RTX 690 XT. That shouldn't be a problem. I think it is a driver issue, and there's not much I can do if the latest drivers aren't working. Tell me what you think, guys. Am I missing a trick here? Is there something I'm missing? I'm not sure. We're gonna land this. We're gonna start on a final approach into Malaga. We're gonna land the aircraft, and then we're gonna say, "I'll see you again." And maybe next time it'll be a different game. I did plan to fly to Lapland tomorrow evening, but if I'm having these issues, I can't do it on Vatsim. It's not reliable enough to fly on Vatsim. I'm going to have to cancel that event, unfortunately. And I can't convey how disappointed I am in this happening. I really can't. Thank you for sticking with me, guys, those who've remained. Very much appreciated. Last little bit, and then we'll get loaded in. Right, we're back. Fueling. Zoom in. Malaga. Arrival. Has it got the other runway? It's not loaded. It's not even loaded the. I did put it in my community folder. Sure I did. Quick access. Sure I did. Let's have a look. That's Mallorca. And that's very interesting. It's not there. I did move it in. Positive I moved it in. So that's really weird. But it's not there now. Okay, we'll just finish our land. We'll land on runway 30 then. If it's a default scenery though, there is a building at the end of the runway that's going to be a problem, but we'll see what happens. I can't believe that's happened. Right. I don't want that. Malaga vicinity, runway 30. Lifetime. Let's go. Let's just land the plane then, shall we, guys? Let's just land the plane. Because we were going to be on final approach. So annoying. So I'll have to make sure very quickly. There's a lot of things in order here. Yeah, might play a little bit of Halo tomorrow night. Some Halo multiplayer, guys, or some Mass Effect, or even some of that old Halo, because it is 25 years since Halo was released, and it's one of the first first-person shooters I ever played. Oh, well, I played Doom before that, like the really old Doom, and like Duke Nukem, the really old Duke Nukem. But the first modern first-person shooter I played with my original Xbox was Halo. I absolutely love Halo. The run and gun style, gotta love it. So we might do about that tomorrow evening. I've had no issues with my graphics card. I've had no issues with the driver issues with those games. So it's got to be something related to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Actually, I'm looking at the release notes for the drivers now, actually, and it does say that sometimes you can get driver timeouts. So why release a driver that causes driver timeouts every now and then? It makes no sense. Anywho, Malaga, we're on approach. I'll have a lot of things to do very, very quickly here, guys. So, forgive me. I'm going to control it all manually, aren't I? Yeah. Final. Landing gears down. I want to be heading down now. Why isn't that working? It's 101 because it's nice weather.
2,500.
Uh, 109.90. So we're nowhere near where we're meant to be. Let's pull up, we're going to do a go around. I would have all that plugged in, but it didn't, evidently. To climb to 7,000 feet, as per the go-around procedure. Obviously I want to get some VORs in place because I obviously haven't got any, so go on MGA. And Malaga 1 MLG. Get them turned on. They are doing, it's fine. White plant. Fix. MLG. 10 miles. Hey James, thanks for joining. Yeah, you just missed crash the desktop I had, because I'm still having issues with the driver, so... head towards the Mike Golf Alpha VOR, and then we're going to do a direct to a waypoint, and then we're going to try our approach again. Forgot about gear up. Very annoying. I can get up to 250 again. Wind was 28017. Three and 867. Did all right. 176, 162. Okay. Keep going for that instead of a tracking. And there's the airport and the harbour. We're going to do a go around. We're going to go past the VOR. And try again. Oh, up to 10 miles, there we go. Passing that now. Pretty much fly parallel to the runway. safety manual. Doing everything without a flight plan. Come back round and we'll try again. We're above the glide slope now. We'll turn now. Get that in green dot speed. We were an empty aircraft, I think that's what it is. Yeah, we've got no weight whatsoever, that's why. That's why the speeds are so low, so we've got no actual weight in the aircraft. Landing lights are on, that's good. Seatbelts sound. They should be on. They should be on. Flaps one, but stay at 180. On the approach. I know I can get the island somewhere. Now we're on the approach. Should turn, it's not doing. That'll be why. Go around altitude set, 7,000 feet. 180. Now we're set. Okay, this time we'll get it down this time, guys. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. We'll do our final checks. Colours and speed rates low. Go around altitude set. And cabin formed. Four miles. Look like we're a little offset there, so we're going to take control.
Minimum.
Must be an offset localizer.
$500. $400.
No, that's a taxiway, isn't it? It's lining me up for a runway that doesn't exist.
300.
We're landing on the taxiway by the looks of it, guys. That is not good, is it? ILS with no runway.
200.
What a botched airport this is.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Or is this the runway? Oh yeah, because the taxiway is next to it, so this is just a blank piece of runway that's not got any lines or anything on it. bit botched, that, to be honest, if you ask me. We got down all right. We landed, but we landed on a piece of gravel that's just been patched into the sim because I forgot my runway's not been added to the simulator. But we got down. That's fine. Nice landing. Activate the APU. And we'll just taxi to stand. Switch them off now. So that is what they say is sorry excuse for a runway. The actual runway is on the other side, but hasn't got ILS. Because I don't believe it has. No, it won't let me do it now. Never mind. At least the special jetways are loaded in that I've got as an add-on. It's just not loaded the actual airport that I'd downloaded, which is a shame. Welcome to Malaga, guys! Half an hour later than we'd planned, but we are here. Swing in here now. Back in brake on. See if these jetways work then, shall we? The new ones. It's the first time I've used them, so let's call the jetway. Oh, you can hear the door open and the bells as it comes in. It's quite cool. Oh. Inside the aircraft now, but oh well, it worked. The sound worked. All the passengers can deload, and yeah, welcome to Malaga, guys. Jetway's not connected to anything. Wow, okay, they're gonna get off and then go like Lemmings off the end of the plank. Yeah, I don't know why it hasn't installed the custom scenery. Well, I think we're going to avoid Malaga for a while because it is one of probably the most bugged airports in the sim. Unfortunately, it's one of my favourite destinations on when I go on holiday. But thank you for following me. If you stuck with me despite the crash to desktop, I very, very much appreciate it. Please push that like button if you've enjoyed what you've seen, if it's had any comic value for you. And yeah, hopefully if I can fix the problems, well, it's not on my end, it's if AMD can fix the driver issues, because why release a driver that causes crash to desktops? For Microsoft Flight Sim, I have no idea at all. But yes, thank you for joining me all the same. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen today. I hope you liked the flight of what before we crashed, and I hope to see you again soon for more Shakey Gaming. So until next time, guys, thank you, bye bye, and I love you lots.